Hello everybody, today we're going to be making the Vietnamese beef stew with bread and a noodle. The left side has a noodle in it and the right side just have the beef stew, so you can use it either way and eat it with bread. Here are all the ingredients. You have the oyster sauce, fish sauce, cocoa soda, and then you would have the spicy beef flavor paste and the Oriental beef spices with the rice noodle and egg noodle, 2 pounds of beef shank, and sprout, corianders, basils, lime, and then pepper. And you also have the carrot, lemongrass, shallot, and white onions. First, you're going to cut out the beef shank, and depending on the size, about here is good, so depending on how big or small you want it, and cut all of it, and then you're gonna prepare to marinate it. Here you're just gonna use the root end of the green onion, cut it, and gonna cut some shallots. You're gonna use the one shallot, a bigger size, and half of it we're gonna use to stir the beef shank, but half of it you're gonna use to marinate it with the root end of the onion. So you're just gonna put it in and chop it up and shred it like this. Here we're cutting the garlic so we can fry it up and stir the marinated beef shank with it. Gonna cut some lemongrass as well, and just cut it into pieces and shred it and leave it on the side so you can fry it and stir it later. Next you're going to marinate the beef shank. You're going to use 1 1/4 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of chicken soup base mix, 1 teaspoon of mushroom seasoning. Then you're going to add some pepper into it, say about half a teaspoon of pepper. And you're going to add about 1 1/4 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 1/2 tablespoon of the spicy stew beef flavoring paste, and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you're just going to mix it and let it marinate for about 30 minutes. And then you're going to add about 3 tablespoon of oil, and then you're going to fry the shallots, garlic, and lemongrass in. You're going to fry the shallots first. Stir it around for a little bit until it fries up, because the garlic and the lemongrass would fry up faster. So you want to put this in first and then stir it together. Here we're adding the lemongrass and the garlic. And, stir it for a little bit, and then add the lemongrass in. After it fried, just add 1 tablespoon of the Oriental beef spice, and you're gonna put in the beef shank, the marinated beef shank, and stir it until it's cooked. So about cooked, about 10 minutes. Just keep cooking it on high temperature, and stir it around. These are the pieces of the lemongrass, so you're going to use it to fry it up prior. The other one is the shredded lemongrass. And then you're going to add about 5 cups of water. This is the filtered water. You're going to use it to make the soup. And you're also going to add a 1 can of the coconut soda. This is to make the soup sweeter. And you can use and then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of chicken soup base mix, 1 teaspoon of mushroom seasoning, and here we added a little bit of sugar. depending on how sweet you like it. Just taste it and see how you like it. If it's not too salty, then you can add a little bit more, either mushroom seasoning, fish sauce, or salt, because you're going to add the carrot in later, so it's going to taste better. So here we're just putting over to the slow cook pot. If you don't have the slow cook pot, you can put it on on low temperature or medium, about number 3 or number 4 on the temperature, and cook it for about 2 hours. But if you have the slow cook pot, same thing, cook this for about 2 hours. And while you're in the process, you can cut out the carrots, and so once the 2 hours done, then you can put it in. And next you're going to cut the white onion and just leave it on the side along with the carrot. You're going to cook that last about 3 hours later. So. Alright, here it's been 2 hours, and the beef shank is pretty much good now. I'm going to add in the carrots. Put all of it in. Here we use about 5 carrots. Depend, how much you like the carrot to be, but the carrot, once it's softened, it tastes really well. And then you're gonna cook the carrot for about an hour, and then last you're gonna put the white onion in. White onion for about 15 minutes, and then it's ready. Here it is. It's done. I'm gonna prepare the noodle. This is the egg noodle. We're gonna cook it, wash it, and then put it on the side. Here we're putting the sprouts on it, and prepare the bowl. If you like it with bread, you can leave the noodle aside and just take the soup with the beef shank and then eat it with bread. It's gonna taste delicious. So here it is, the finished product. And then again, the bread and the beef stew. If you like the video,
like, share, and subscribe.